New South Wales, Australia. COVID-19 restrictions from 1 June 2020. From June 1, the rules in New South Wales will be loosened up a bit further, as the state government follows a slightly modified version of the Morrison government's Stage 2 plan. Here are the answers to the questions many have. Can I visit my friends or family? 20 people, inclusive of children, will be allowed to visit other households for the purposes of socializing fro 1 June 2020. However, people should be cautious. Can I have a party? If you are only inviting 20 people, inclusive of children, you are allowed to have a party. 20 people are allowed to gather in outdoor spaces. Can I go to a restaurant or cafe? Cafes and restaurants will be allowed to seat a maximum of 20 people. Businesses will need to ensure each customer has at least 4 square meters. Can I exercise outdoors? Outdoor gym facilities will be reopened and outdoor boot camps will be allowed with a maximum of 20 people to a group. Can I go for a swim? Swimming pools will be allowed to reopen, but they could be capped to a maximum of 20 swimmers at any one time. Beaches will remain open with a 500 people limit. Can I go to the library? Libraries may open with restrictions. Capacity must not exceed 1 person per 4 square meters including staff members. Any indoor cinema or theaterette must be closed. Each library must have a COVID-19 safety plan. Can I let the kids loose on the playground? Public playgrounds will be open again. Physical distancing and hygiene should be practiced with the little ones. Can I go back to the office? Each business owner can make decisions about what makes the most sense for their situation. Employers must allow employees to work from home where it is reasonably practical to do so. Can I leave Sydney? Regional travel to regional NSW for a holiday is possible. All overseas travel, with very few exceptions, have been banned and is not likely to resume until next year. Can I go shopping? Retail stores have been allowed to open. This is under the provision that they follow the 4-meter rule. Can I get a haircut or visit my beauty therapist? Capacity must not exceed 20 customers or 1 customer per 4 square meters, including staff members, on the premises, whichever is the lesser. When am I allowed to leave my house? You can go out to shop, to work or study, if this cannot be done from home, for fresh air and exercise with a maximum of 10 people, and for recreational purposes and socializing as long as you're observing social distancing. You could be fined up to $1,000 for breaking these rules. Can I get tested if I haven't been overseas? NSW Health has announced that anyone with the slightest flu-like symptoms should get tested. If you work with vulnerable people, for example, in a nursing home, boarding school, or any other kind of residential facility, and you experience any respiratory symptoms, no matter how mild, you must be tested. Can I attend weddings and funerals? Weddings will be allowed to have up to 20 guests, while any restrictions on funerals will immediately be erased to allow the 4-meter rule to apply. Can I go for a drive? Yes, you can go out for a drive. Are dentists open? Yes, dental services are now open. Are the pubs open? Pubs that serve food are allowed to open their dining areas. However, alcohol can only be purchased with food, or to take away. A maximum of 10 people are allowed per booking. Are schools, TAFE colleges and universities back in session? Yes, all students went back to school full-time on Monday the 25th of May. What about cinemas, entertainment venues and museums? Museums and galleries are allowed to reopen to guests, as long as 4 square meters is allowed per person and they have a COVID-19 safety plan. Groups and tours aren't allowed to run. National Trust and Historic Houses Trust properties can open, as long as they follow the 4 square meters rule, including staff. Indoor cinemas and theaters must stay closed. From the 1st of July, the number of people allowed inside indoor venues will be determined by the 1 person per 4 square meters rule. For venues with 40,000 seats or less. Can I move houses? You are allowed to move houses, but keeping in mind the social distancing rules. What does the Australian government's contact tracing app do? Dubbed COVID Safe, the technology is based on digital contact tracing, modeled on a similar app used in Singapore. Its purpose is to suppress the issue of community transmission where the infection is spread between people in public. How long will this last? New South Wales is currently in Stage 2 of a 3-stage process on easing social restrictions advised by the federal government, to be rolled out over the next 2 months. However, there is no concrete timeline, and the state governments are not required to follow every recommendation. Certain protocols such as physical distancing may be in place for several more months to come. The World Health Organization has warned that relaxing lockdown restrictions too quickly could lead to a resurgence of the outbreak.